I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
Biggie.
This goes out to you. This goes out to you and you.
Ready.
I'm ready. Always.
Yeah, let's roll this.
I've been ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Juice Podcast. This is episode 16. Yes, we broke through the barrier. Did we? We broke through the barrier, 15 episodes, and we're ready to keep on rocking and rolling, baby. Hey, and you know what? Give us a little bit. Can we get a round of applause, or maybe just a little golf clap for the fact that we're doing every week? Come on, cuz.
Round of applause. Yes.
Come on, cuz.
Good job, Dakota.
Yes, we're doing every week, and listen, that is not easy for us to do. Like this week, we didn't have a guest this week, and it was our poor planning, and you know what? Luckily, we got a good friend to come in and fill in every once in a while, Mr. Ryan Greco, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Old reliable.
Old reliable. Ryan is the
Dusted me off again.
Yeah.
yeah. He's the always plan B. That's what
That's
we're
what I
gonna start
signed up
calling
for. Yeah.
this. But you like coming on the podcast, don't you?
I do. Yeah. I do. Tonight was a little tougher, but I told you guys you were in the spot. That's
Ryan's got a family, dog.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
you got to hit the subscribe button or like or comment for something, dude. He's got a family that he left to come do this podcast. Come on, bro.
Give me a buzz.
Give us something.
Buzz.
A like or a follow or a subscribe. If you've already subscribed, unsubscribe and subscribe back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you might find out, oh, what do you know? I wasn't subscribed in the first place.
That happens.
So, you know what? You just might double check it. It's just me giving you a little.
Leave a nasty comment, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something.
Say something to us.
It's all
but
cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back on the pod. It's definitely been tough to do every week.
But we've done
Don't you
it.
think?
We've done
this
it, and
is
I've
week
missed
16?
2 of them.
Week 16?
Mm.
Wow. In a row?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
13 in a row.
Not in a row.
What do you got? 13 in a row?
No,
Let's say
because
we're
we had some stuff go wrong where an episode messed up, but we have been putting the audio out. But this is, I think, going to be our third in a row that are video. But we put out other video ones. But
Podcast-wise,
I'm talking
though?
about doing a podcast every week.
Yeah.
You're at least 10 weeks in.
yeah,
It might be episode 16. But
yeah.
You've been running lately. That's
I
what
think
I'm saying.
I
Yeah,
think
we've been
we're on
trying.
about it. Yeah, I give it a 7 to 10 in a row.
Yeah,
Is what we're doing.
Good.
but I like it. I mean, I know everybody thinks it's crazy and it's nothing special what we're doing here, but I just enjoy getting on here and talking and doing the bullshit. And dude, for me, like, I enjoy these episodes, but I also enjoy getting somebody that we don't really talk to that's not in our circle and getting to kind of have a conversation with somebody that I don't talk to all the time. You know,
Right.
I enjoy that part.
Yeah.
I think it makes me better with being in conversation with people. You know?
It has to.
Do you think that translates over to business and stuff like that? Of, the more I've always taken it as like reps. The more conversations, the more awkward situations that you're in, the more times that you feel uncomfortable and you have to come up with something to say. I think that equates to, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But
No,
that's why I treat the podcast. I'm like,
I think it does.
helps me talk better. I
I
think.
think we kind of said something similar along the lines. One of the times I was in here earlier on, where you build up the tolerance to it. You're not as nervous,
Yeah.
Yeah,
when you're on the
For
spot. And you're on the spot, But
it's nothing but a thing.
a public, just like public speaking, you're probably always gonna have like something that comes over you. But the first time you do it, you're gonna be more nervous.
Right.
The most nervous,
Right.
So,
I don't even.
but yeah, I think it rolls over.
I don't
to
even
answer your
equate
question.
this, like, whenever we do this, my mind never goes to, oh, we're making a video or we're making a podcast.
Mm-mm.
Now, at first I did. I was always like
Yeah.
kind of conscious of what I was doing, but now it's more just like,
It's natural.
this is what we do. Like, we
Mhm.
hop on, we press record, I say, and we're back on the Juice Podcast, and then we just talk about stuff.
Well, and the
Yep.
consistency of being on every week in the last several
Yeah.
weeks has helped too.
I think that
Yeah.
helps.
Reps,
Dude, I'm
baby.
telling you, reps.
And we ain't stopping
Helps
here.
and everything.
We got plans to do this all year long.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be Jimmy Kimmel one day,
Mhm.
hopefully. Come on.
I'm down with
Somebody
it.
say
Wayne's
a prayer
World.
for us. We need one.
Wayne's World, man. He's
Wayne's
better-
World. Yeah,
World's
this is
better than
Wayne-
Jimmy
dude.
Kimmel.
Seriously, do you know how cool it would be, like, if we were to do a podcast set and the set was like the Wayne's World set?
It would be. It'd be out of this world.
That would be so good. That has to go down as one of the most quotable classic movies.
It's an iconic.
I haven't seen that in so long. I need to.
Yeah,
Have you ever
need
seen
to
it?
I have.
freshen
Wayne's
yourself
World.
up.
Yes, I have.
With Mike Myers.
Yes, I just have only watched it probably once or twice,
Yeah.
and it's been a long time.
We watched it and watched it and watched it some more back when we were young.
So whenever I was younger, my parents had a camper. And in the camper, they had like a little cubby that had like a little VHS TV inside the little cubby, all right? And whenever we would go on all these for the longest time, whenever it was just me and my brother, whenever we were growing up, we would go on all these different vacations. We'd travel with the camper. You know, we'd go to the camper, we'd go to a campground and camp there. We'd go places to ride dirt bikes or whatever. But we had like a thing inside the camper that had all these VHSs. So there was like a handful of movies that we ran through. Like we watched them. And then after that, it came...
Wi-Fi at the campground back then.
Yeah, no Wi-Fi. We weren't streaming Nelk Boys. We weren't doing none of that. We were watching VHS Wayne's World. And then, you want to know something crazy?
Wore it out.
Is my age, and we're close, and we kind of have three different. And I talk to Q about this all the time. I'm like, just the small difference in the 3 or 4 years that is between us is there's so much technology and stuff that changed in that little amount of era. But
yeah,
I remember
it's cool. Q's like in between your bubble and people below his, and then
I'm
you're
like-
you're like in
I'm like
between
the
mine.
last generation that wasn't like I didn't get brought up with technology. I was probably like the last, like me and probably 98 babies.
No, but you had a cell phone in middle school, probably.
I didn't get a cell phone until I was a freshman in high school.
But he could have been
I had
of
a cell
the
phone in
smaller
middle school.
position.
But I had a flip phone. And, like, I remember my first cell phone being like a Samsung flip phone that had like a little screen in the front and then like a little camera. And then I got a Razor. And then after that, I had Blackberries my entire life.
Well,
And then finally went to iPhones.
Yeah, and it was similar fashion. I can attest to seeing how that was possible with Q, because I mean I'll even compare Anthony, who's going to be 17 in December, to guys that work for me or with me that are 20, 21 years old.
Like the PlayStation 2 came out when I was like 6 years old.
So from
That was like the first,
a specific household might have still stuck to that standard of kid doesn't need a cell phone until he drives.
Yeah.
Where nowadays it's turned into kid needs a cell phone as soon as he's old enough to walk around the block. you know?
Right.
So
It is different. It is wild.
that's the iPads, the
Yeah.
these, the that.
Everybody,
all
a kid
they give
for
those to
Christmas
kids
gets a
at 4 or
tablet.
5. Yeah, maybe even younger, 2 or 3 anymore. It's crazy, but
But I think that I'm in the crazy little era where I knew what it was like whenever I would have to go somewhere
Rough it
and
a
then
little
like
bit,
right.
yeah.
Well, and I would have to like show up to a friend's house.
I wanted to
And
revert
then I would
back.
have to have their mom
Wait
call
on it.
my mom and say, "Hey, Dakota made it here."
Yeah.
Or I'd have to use their
I was
phone and
part
call
of
my
that,
mom.
yep.
Like,
use their house phone to
Yeah.
Right.
holler at your mom.
right. We had a house phone. I had to make sure
Yep.
that I had our house phone memorized. So if I was anywhere and I needed to call home, I could call home.
Mhm.
Yep.
But my dad remembers he used to call, like he used to be at the bowling alley,
Yeah.
and whenever he needed to be picked up, because he used to get
Payphone.
charged with the, when someone would call. So he would call and let my mom or my grandma would let it ring, and it was like, all right, we got a call from the bowling alley. Larry needs picked up. So she
Oh,
wouldn't even
wow.
answer. If you answered
Yeah.
it, you get charged. So she wouldn't even answer it.
She'd
Not
say,
get
call
charged.
me at 9 o'clock.
As soon as I get that ring, I'll
Yeah.
come pick you up.
Yeah.
So it's between him and me, it's completely different, But I remember going through the era when we were first in the camper as we were watching VHSs. And then DVDs came out. And I remember to where it was like everybody had a DVD player. Was kind of expensive back in the day. Like if you had a DVD
Better
player.
picture.
Yeah, if you had and then it came in some people, the high
You don't
class
have to
people
rewind it.
but you'd have a Blu-ray disc.
Stop it
Yeah.
anywhere.
Some
The
people had the
Blu-rays.
Blu-ray
Oh,
disc, and I'd
yeah.
make the mistake at Blockbuster sometimes
Rent
to where
that
we didn't have the Blu-ray player, and I would buy a Blu-ray disc and try and put it in my regular DVD player, and it wouldn't play.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
Like,
That was another.
Damn
good
it, dude! I ruined an entire Friday night. We're not watching freaking Ocean's 11 because I got the
I
freaking
got the
Blu-ray version.
But if you had the PlayStation,
Yeah,
the
and if you had the
PlayStation
PlayStation, so then we had to
was a
put it in the
Blu-ray
PlayStation.
reader,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I
I'll
had
never knew the
remember my
difference.
house on that I grew up in.
Yeah.
Down in the basement, we had whenever we had the PlayStation 2, we had a
Living.
TV that you would fold out. It was a big screen TV, but you would fold this thing down, okay? And it was a mirror. And then there was a blue light, green light, and a red light, and it would shine off of this mirror and onto the screen. It was a projector TV.
Wow.
And that's how we'd play. So it's just weird. Like,
Oh.
you know, I think that I've seen like all sorts of different progressions of, you know, I remember when we were getting these little MP3 players and downloading music off LimeWire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And now you just go to Spotify and listen to whatever the hell you want.
Anytime, anywhere,
YouTube,
it's there
or whatever.
instantly.
Uh-huh.
You just
A
have
lot
to
of
download them on Livewire or LimeWire and those ones.
I
That
think
you,
a lot of people use SoundCloud still too.
Yeah.
yeah, there's options out there, but
Right.
I'm going just specifically speaking like right now. If you're like, have you ever heard this song? I can literally pull my phone up, go to iTunes, type it in, and I can play it before I
Right.
could even say what I just said.
Right.
You want to
Already
hear a
playing.
take that I have about the music industry and how it's changed on people's acceptance of different cultures of music? Here's my example. My dad, whenever he was growing up, if he wanted to listen to a type of music, let's say he wanted to listen to Van Halen, he would have to listen to the rock station. And if he wanted to listen to Van Halen, let's just move it to CDs, okay? He would have to buy
Wow.
a full
You're gonna
Van
skip
Halen
everything?
CD.
Yeah,
Okay, so you have
Yeah.
to
purchase the whole
purchase. Yeah,
album.
so when it comes to, and then what radio are you going to listen to? Well, you're going to listen to the radio that plays that type of music. So you're kind of niched in the fact that you either have to buy an entire album, an entire CD, or you listen to this one radio station that plays all this other stuff. I think what streaming did is they went like this. I don't have to have such a niche taste in music. If I want to listen to Tupac, I can listen to it, and the next song I can go listen to Waylon Jennings.
Right.
And then the next song I can go listen to Oliver Tree. And the
Yeah.
next song I can go listen to Drake. You can do whatever the hell you want now. So you don't have to be pigeonholed into, this is the rate. I'm a 101 The Fox
yeah.
guy. And that's what you like more of the metal. I'm a 98 or 99.
99.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
what
The
is
Rock,
it? 98.9.
98.9.
I'm a that guy. Or, you know, if you wanted to try out Drake, you would have to go buy a Drake CD. Drake, you know, is on the end of the era. He's more streaming.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is you would have to buy an entire Drake CD just to try it. Now you can just go try a song at the whim of your fingertips. You don't have to buy an album. You don't have to go, all right, I'm going to have to listen to
You don't even
15
buy the song. You just
other
pay a
songs on Mix 93.
subscription.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it used to actually be that
Used
you
to
would
be,
buy the
yeah,
song.
You had to buy
you
the
know?
song off of iTunes.
Now
yeah.
it's not even that because they had to compete with all the others who were
And
Pandora
I
and
remember-
things of that nature.
I
But I think that opened up people's mind to go, okay, I'm going to listen to all sorts of different stuff
It did.
instead of
No,
instead
for
of
sure,
just being
definitely did.
to this niche music that
Yeah.
you know.
I saw that even in like my older brother, and I'll mess with him now with it because he was kind of like that. You know, he's almost 40, so he was in that. You know, CDs were cool and band shirts and all that, so they listened to rock, metal, whatever, type
Yeah.
of stuff. But then now later in life, he's listening to, like you're saying, mix it up. If he wants to listen to Tupac, he can. If he wants to listen to Randy Houser, he can. If he wants to go back and put a Tool song on, he can.
Yeah.
And,
I think everybody.
I give him crap. I'm like, he's gone country,
Yeah.
because he'll listen to these country things, but it's just because it become available to
Yeah,
him.
it's more accessible
Yeah.
now.
He would have never bought a country album.
Yeah, I'm not
20
going to
years ago.
spend $20 on.
Yeah, because he saved his $20 up for the new Metallica album or whatever.
Right,
you
right.
know?
And now you can just since I pay my membership to Spotify or iTunes Music, I can listen
Check
to
it
anything
out.
I want.
I know.
So I always think
Yeah.
about that
It will
whenever,
help
like
people
my
sell their
dad talks
playlists
about, it's
now.
like, how do you like this? I'm like, no, dude. I like that, and I like that, and I also like what you like, and then I also like what some like these people like. Like, it's not that. Well, how do you like listening to this music, and then but you also like listening to the Eagles? I'm like, 'cause I can,
Yeah.
'cause I can.
On the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The time.
But I think that there was an era that it wasn't like that. It was like you either listen to this or you're either one of
He's
these guys.
definitely-
You're either a Ford guy or a Chevy guy. I feel like that was what it was like kind of with music.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I do. It ain't like that anymore.
Dude, I remember being
It's all crossed over.
I remember being little and I could go. My mom would let me get like iTunes songs, or Tracy would.
Oh yeah, you get
Every-
iTunes gift cards in your
Yep.
stocking.
So I'd be going
I
through.
got 50 songs I can buy because they're 99, and then
Yeah.
they went to $1.29. It's like, come on, bro, I gotta spend.
Yeah, you guys messing me
Dude,
up.
I remember.
man.
I remember going up and seeing how much albums were. They were like $14.99 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like,
and it
I'm
was like-
picking songs.
I'm like, I'm pulling up Lil Wayne. I'm like, do I use my full gift card on Lil Wayne's album and that's it?
Yeah.
Or-
Then I had
That's funny.
YouTube to MP3. I would go and like you could copy the
Yeah.
URL from a YouTube video and then put it in this software, convert it, and it would export it as an MP3.
My
and then it
cousin
would-
showed me how to do
And then
that.
it would upload it to your iTunes, so you
Yeah.
could get any song that was on YouTube.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you'd save it to a folder and then you could upload it to
Audio
iTunes.
wasn't
Yeah.
quite the best.
No, but it was the
It was
song.
still-
No, and if it
Yeah.
had like that's the thing is like like some videos they have like there's a scene where it plays out and we're like walking in a gas. So
yeah.
you like go to
Yeah,
listen to
hear
a
the
song,
feet
you got to
walking.
listen to a minute and a half of a scene, and then it'd be like come to the song.
Right.
But yeah, it's crazy how music's changed a little bit.
On your iPod shuffle. Clicking through. Got the headphones.
The shuffle didn't have a screen.
That's like.
Did you
My-
have a shuffle back in the mowing days where you had to just?
Yeah.
Did you listen to music whenever you
I
mowed?
always did.
Oh,
Yeah.
but now?
Yeah. I
No?
like, to me, even now, still like Pandora was kind of and still is
Yeah,
one of my
Pandora
favorites
was big.
because it really does. It's just like user friendly for a guy like
For
me,
sure.
you know. And I'd used it for so long, like my different like playlists. I
Yeah,
guess,
you
on
little
there.
groups that it
They
plays
did,
like.
yeah, like I could go hit any of them right now. You know, I like things.
That's what I like
correctly,
about
dislike
Spotify,
whatever.
dude.
What I
And
like is they
man,
throw
yeah,
one
they
in. You're
mix
like,
'em
I
in.
wouldn't have played
Yeah.
that, but glad you
Yeah,
did.
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so that's why I'm still a big Pandora fan for real. But yeah, that's where like music for me was key, you know. But I don't do that anymore. It's been probably 5 years since I've mowed day in and day out consistently.
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
But
See, that's why I like Spotify.
now I kind of feel stuck in like my iTunes playlist. That's like,
Yeah.
will you give me something new? Like, you know,
Yeah.
because I transitioned over to iTunes because I was like, oh, I can pick out what I want. And then it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, jeez.
But
See,
like
I'm
the
so
daily
deep
picks.
vested in Spotify that I can't get out now.
Yeah.
I've
I
got
kinda
such a
messed around
catalog
with
and
it a little
playlist
bit,
and all
yeah.
these different songs.
But they have like the
saved.
daily mixes.
You're
Your
probably
daily
like
mix
that.
one.
Yeah.
They give you like 5.
Yeah. But dude,
I
I've
think
had,
they all kind of mimic each other to a degree now,
For sure,
for
for
real.
sure.
You know what I
Probably.
mean? But
But Spotify did it first.
yeah. Oh yeah, they
No,
made
I
people.
think
Well,
they did.
they capital
The
Pandora.
playlist, the day, because like mine changes daily.
Oh, with that,
The
I thought
daily
you were talking
mixes.
about bringing streaming music.
No. I'm saying the daily mixes, like
Yeah.
those
yeah,
change
I
all
could-
the time. I'm pretty sure Spotify did it first.
Yeah, and they got Rap Radar to where you can listen to
To
it.
me,
and
I
it
don't-
brings anything that's new and popping up. so you
new
can
release
stay on top
or
of it.
new release
Yeah.
Fridays or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, those are dope
Yeah,
too.
I mean, truly, I think they all have something better about them than the other
Than
one
the other
does.
one, yeah.
You know,
Dude, it's a
to
social
some
media
degree.
platform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
It really
yeah.
is, in a
oh,
way.
100%.
Do
I
people
feel like
have their own-
Spotify and iTunes are a little more
I got my
similar
own
to each
playlist,
other.
and some
Yeah.
people listen to them.
Right.
You know, daily picks from your boy. Check it out.
Dude, I'll tell you a good time. So if you're ever like sitting around hanging out, good like a decent group of people, it's kind of a bonfire deal. But you know, you got your little what are those little audio box Bluetooth speaker going,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're just hanging out with some mixed crowd, whatever's. Everybody, you just keep passing the phone around, and everybody, you know, like
Pick a song,
your
yeah.
song is a
Mhm.
Dakota song, and it's Q's, and it's mine,
Yeah.
and it just goes around. That's a good time.
I do like that
There's
too. We do that
specific
with
instances
videos.
where it works, and it's cool. It's a
we,
good time.
we do that with videos a lot around here where we're like
Right.
hanging out in
Yeah.
the garage
Yeah.
and we're like, all right, play a music video.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do
And then
that,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, that one's cool. But remember this one? Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
fun.
I've caught a few good ones by
And then
you doing that
The
over here. Some real
suggestions
good
pop
ones.
up, and you're like,
Oh,
I
we
forgot
gotta
about
go for
this
that.
one.
Yeah.
YouTube knows what you want,
Yeah.
dog. Knows
Yeah.
what you want better than
Algorithm.
you know. Yeah.
You guys do that good too. Yeah, it's good, man. Life changes though. You just have to be able to change with it, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
to a degree.
My music taste changes. Very situational, like what I'm doing or
Yep.
whatever. Like sometimes I like listening to some stuff, but I think that goes with anything.
I love music.
Yeah. Well, and what I notice is play music literally when I do anything. Like whenever I go,
Mhm.
whenever I shower, like the music's playing whenever
Music's
I'm
playing.
showering. Like
Yep.
whenever I'm doing this or that, or if I drive, like I have to plug my phone in before I like pull out of the driveway so I can pick a song. Like if I get in the buggy, like I gotta plug my phone in if we're driving down the street so we can listen to whatever. Like I always have music playing on whatever I'm doing. We
I
hanging
do
out in
more
the garage.
times than I don't.
Although you did have a nice luxury for a little bit there in waterfowl season and into turkey season where you didn't have a radio in the old black Ghost.
Yeah, lots of thoughts.
Yeah. You were like, I kind of
Yeah.
like it.
It's good
Yeah,
every once in
you
a while.
got
It
to.
is.
Sometimes I'll catch myself and there won't be anything on them.
I did it
I'm gonna leave
today.
it that way.
I'll get halfway home and I'm like, damn, I'm thinking too much. I need to turn the music
Yeah,
on.
I did that today. I'm like driving. I'm like, this is awkward in here. It's quiet. I'm like, turn something on.
Gotta hear yourself think sometimes though.
You do. You do.
But yeah,
What's-
dude, we're tiptoeing right into hunting season, dog.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
getting real
We
freaking
are.
close.
We are.
Have you been doing trail cam stuff like that?
No, I haven't done anything. Honestly, I'm slacked so hard this year. It's like I go through phases, man. You know what I mean? I never will not hunt, but I've kind of just been in a little bit of a wait and see type of thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I
I'm
got
gonna run to the bathroom. I'm listening though.
I got a check today. It was the saddest check I've ever got. It was from I didn't get drawn into Kansas, so they paid me back.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
My dad.
That didn't really ruin it for me, but that was just kind of just where I'm at with it
Right,
right now.
right.
Like, yeah.
My dad's pretty
We'll
jacked.
see.
He drew out for Colorado mule deer.
When's he heading out?
I'm going with him.
Oh, you are.
I'm gonna
You're
film it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gun, bow. What is it?
Gun.
Yeah.
He's gonna do a gun.
When is that season?
Opens the 29th.
September.
October.
Okay.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna.
wow.
So it's kind of crazy, kind
How
of
long are you
hectic.
gonna be out there?
Huh?
How long you guys gonna be out there?
Well, HW leaves for North Dakota 2 on November 1st. The season opens the 29th. And
You gonna go scout a day before?
so
or
we're
what?
going out the 27th, scouting the 28th, and our good family friends out there, they live in Gunnison where we're going to be at, and they've already, dude, I need to show you this. I'll show you this after this pod.
I'll
But
check
they've
it
already
out.
got, like, my dad's shooter
lined out. Oh, even
perfectly.
Better.
So
he
thinks-
specifically drew for that area because he knew he'd have a good
right,
spot.
right.
Awesome.
And he's been
Good for him.
drawn for it, dude,
Yeah,
for
for a
like the
while.
last
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
4, probably
It's
even
been
10
a plan.
years.
Yeah.
And it's nice having his old buddy that lives out there now.
I'm sure
know,
he's looking
that's all
forward
he
to this
does.
trip big time.
That's all he does is just scout mule deer.
Going with you and seeing an old buddy.
Yeah.
He's probably counting down the days.
Here's the other thing. My dad said, he's like, well, since we're out there, elk is still on, and this is like the last year you can get over the counter out of state. Over the counter in general. This is the last year for it. So he's like, dude, when in Rome, and I was like, he's like, if I tag out the 29th, we'll go get you an elk that
Yeah,
Sunday,
roll with
the
it.
30th.
Yeah.
Because
Give
I
it
don't
a
got to
shot.
fly to North Dakota till November 1st.
Yeah, so you'd have a couple days.
Right. So if
At
he
least.
tags
he-
out,
look at you.
so if he
Yeah, he
tags
got-
out the
hey, bro.
29th,
No, they're gonna
Hold
tag
on.
out the
Hold
first
up,
20
hold up.
minutes. Was what it
This
sounds like
this
to
boy
me.
just take a week of vacation, go do this, and then I gotta go sit in a pickup for however many hours,
12.
riding all the way up into Nodak, and he just gonna fly in like
hey,
a celebrity.
don't let him throw you
Yes,
off. He's been
yes.
invited. So
He gonna fly
Yeah.
in like a celebrity while I gotta travel the entire time. It's all right, I guess.
hey,
Hey, it ain't
easy being cheesy.
It ain't
No,
easy
it
being
really ain't.
cheesy, I
It
guess,
ain't,
man.
dude. Yeah, it's just part of it.
Hey,
Oh,
pimping ain't easy.
I wonder if they hiring wherever he at.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know what they say.
But that's a $700 tag, so that'll only happen if
Hey,
Dad tags
listen,
out.
if Dad
Worth it, baby.
If
It is
Dad,
worth
if Dad
it.
kills that muley within the first day
Yeah.
you're there, he's buying that tag for you.
For you.
Nah.
Yeah, if
he
you get
will.
it
He'll
on
be
film-
hyped. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
he'll be
maybe.
hyped. He'll be like, you know what,
Tracy.
I got you.
Tracy.
First day.
If
Let's
this
make a
dude rolling out there and film with you, make you look like a freaking star up on the big screen.
star that you are.
Slide this dude a tag. Come on, cousin. Slide
You
this
will.
dude a tag and let him shoot an elk so we can get. And hey,
He will.
you got to pay the dudes back. You got to film him shooting that thing.
He'll
Yeah.
try. He'll try. No guarantees there,
Yeah.
but he will buy
Hey,
the tag.
he can film.
Make sure the
I know.
GoPro's
He can.
charged
That's
up.
it. Try to film a elk. You might be shooting him at like 300 yards.
That's true. That is very
yeah,
true.
it's gonna be a little hard. I'm not gonna.
I'm
put
excited
that on
for
him.
it. It's kind of a crazy show that's gonna go on because I gotta fly from Gunnison to Denver, and then I gotta Denver to what, Bismarck?
I think.
Yeah, I'll probably fly into Bismarck, and then have old Cody come pick me up.
It's good to have a plan, and
Yeah,
you know what you got ahead of you.
I'm excited for
Every
it.
season for me is a little different, you
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah.
this year I'm just rolling with
Yeah.
it, whatever comes my way. No
We're
plans.
thinking about doing
You got cameras out or not?
Yeah.
You do trail
A few.
cameras. Yeah.
a few.
Yeah.
Not enough. Not what we
Nah,
need
you
to
never
have out.
will,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? I got cell
They
cameras
don't
still
have
sitting
none.
and I haven't put those out and need.
I'm going element of surprise.
Yeah, it's a good dude.
Going old school on it. I
Yeah.
like it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I told
like it.
I told you about my. I mean,
I'll
you were
probably
there
put 'em
about
out
on my
later.
tactic
Yeah.
last year. Is I was like, I ain't going. I ain't worrying about it until it's right.
Yeah.
And then- and I did not burn
Hey,
myself
it ain't
out.
never too late to put them trail cameras.
No, it's still early. Hell, I don't care to have them out or not right now.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, we
It don't
do
change
because
things.
I know what I got up there to a degree.
we
you know.
basically have September and October to fill our deer tags, and that's
Right.
it.
Yeah, and that's what we're looking
See,
at it
I'm
too.
I'm not going in. Yet,
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
On my radar's month of November. You know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're thinking about.
It's a good month.
So but I could miss out. I've killed deer mid-October before.
Yeah.
Those
Sure.
guys who kill them early season when they know where
Mhm.
they're at. It just depends on what you got on your agenda.
Pattern.
Yeah.
October
that,
would
yeah.
be really clutch for us because that's in our window of like not really.
Being
I mean,
able to-
granted,
yeah,
busy,
have time.
but not
Yeah.
as busy.
Yeah.
You know,
We
If
always
I could
busy.
draw it up,
Busy
how
but not
I'd want to,
traveling.
yeah,
October.
I'd hunt November. I'd shoot 2 really good deer. Both would be 160 or better, and then
Woo!
hey, if I could have it how I wanted,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
We're
Mhm.
dreaming. And then I would waterfowl hunt the rest of the year.
right.
And
Good
that'd be
choice.
great.
Good
That's,
choice.
That's how if I could draw it up like I wanted.
Dude, I love deer hunting. Been doing it. That's the longest hunting I've
Ah,
ever done.
Yeah, I can't.
But
I'll never give it
nothing
up.
beats not having to descent and go out and hanging with your buddies and be able to bullshit and be loud and just be still when the birds come in close. That's it.
Get out of the blind.
Get out of
walk
the blind.
around.
Blow
Oh
it,
shit,
blow
we
it,
messed up
blow
that
it,
group because we
blow it.
were out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, that irritates me sometimes after
Oh,
so
for
many. I'm like,
sure, dude, but I've been on
Christmas,
so
are
many
we
where it
hunting or not?
happens.
You
Right.
know, I ain't trying to be that guy, but shit, boys,
I know,
we
but
ain't flying that good today. We blow it every
Yeah.
time.
right. But that's
What
the
do you
crazy
do?
thing.
That's as
It's-
far as it
it's-
goes.
Yeah.
It's not. Oh, dude, I freaking missed the biggest buck ever.
Yeah.
You know, that'll bring you to your freaking.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oof,
yeah.
that'll bring you down in the dumps.
The
I'm
only-
ready for a little goose hunt though, man.
The only
so
thing that's
I am too.
equivalent to missing a big buck is probably missing a quill.
Yeah,
And I did that
you
this
did.
last year.
On
That was
film
awful.
too.
Oh yeah, it was. It
now
was
airing,
not pretty.
Now airing on Sportsman Channel right now.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
this
Q
week.
missing the
actually.
quill.
Is
This
it on
week.
there?
Yeah,
This
That's
week.
Q's 15 minutes of fame. Is
Yeah,
it?
missing
the
That's
quill.
messed up, dude.
So check it out on Sportsman's
think
Channel.
about if you would have got it.
Hey, let's just say
You coulda had a
I'm-
whole segment
I'm
of
thankful
talking
they
about
did
it.
not play the Wyoming
Ooh.
for the premiere episode. So
I'm
I am,
messing
but I'm
around.
not
You know,
because
what would
that
happen
was
be?
such a blast of content that me and DT put out. Oh my gosh,
Did you guys do
that was.
did
We
some
only
stuff,
were
man.
we were on break like for 4 days in between Texas and Wyoming, and I worked all 4 of those. So did DT. He had his media shit to catch up on too. So it's just like,
It's definitely a grind, baby.
dude, the January is a grind.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean,
January's
what's-
a tough
what's
month, but you know what I
success
do in
without
February?
failures, you know.
February, I go like this.
Yeah, you
I tried to. I said that. I said that this year. It was not like that. I had the intention of this year. I'm like, look, I'm gonna, and without a doubt, worked harder probably this year in the season going up to
Yeah.
February probably than I ever have. But
Right.
this year, I was working up to it. I'm like, as soon as February hits, I'm hopping on a plane. I'm flying to Lake
Yeah.
Okeechobee. I'm fishing with. I told myself, I said, me and Kai are going and we're staying 2 weeks in Florida. And I'm gonna make YouTube videos. I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna create some content. But I am just going there to decompress and just relax. And
Right.
can't though, dog. I'm busy.
You didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
Didn't do it. No, he never went.
Didn't do it.
Wow.
But this year I am for sure. As soon as goose season ends, the thing is I gotta book the flight before goose season ends because then goose season ends and then I go, okay, I gotta do this. If I already have the
Right,
flight booked, I'm
right.
like, Going.
Yeah. I hear
Going.
ya. Yeah.
But I just started filling the schedule with other stuff. But
Oh, speaking of which,
we had a flip house at that
who
point.
wants
and
to
we
sell
had a-
me one of the TriStars?
I mean,
Any takers?
we can get you hooked up with a
I want to buy.
TriStar.
I need to buy a new shotgun for this year. You remember how much mine jammed?
We
Yeah.
can get you the hookup.
Yeah, we get you the hookup.
Alright.
We can't be dealing ours though.
I gotta use
Listen.
that this year.
Go
Listen,
get a new one.
listen.
I need that. Dakota's pretty good shot, boy.
Listen, that TriStar that I got,
I'll take that. I'll take that good mojo.
bro, it's got a bounty on that head,
Nah, that's
on
good.
that gun.
Yeah, but if he uses
coming
Ronnie,
They got one. Hey, they got wanted posters on that gun.
Look
If
at
he
They
that.
saying
uses
this
Ronnie-
dude put too
I
much of a
see.
dent in the goose population with that gun.
If
I
he
seen
uses
I seen him
Ronnie's-
put down a couple beat downs. I'll tell you that.
Hey,
I don't even know how
hey,
much it
Whenever we
DT's
were at my parents.
Oh,
DT's.
didn't even let me get a shot.
Hey,
DT's
whenever I gotta get the
TriStar.
stick out, I get the stick out.
I said, I can tell.
Yeah,
I pulled my gun up, didn't even pull the trigger.
but if
Maybe it did.
I gotta
But
get
if
back
we're-
at him every once in
but
a
if
while.
we're at Wyoming and
That was a
we're
good day.
there's 4 of us and we're switching out, and he's got to use Ronnie's with the extended freaking butt
Bro,
on
Ronnie,
it.
Ronnie, he has a shim on his
Well,
shotgun.
he's like 6'5".
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah, he's huge.
at the back, before it goes to the stock, he has a shim in it. So whenever I put his shotgun
he's
up,
like this.
I'm like this. So we switched out, and I'm holding his shotgun. I'm like this, trying to hold his shotgun, and I'm shooting,
Yeah,
and I
just
can't hit nothing.
trying.
I'm like, dude, I can't hit nothing with this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm a short guy too, so I'm like,
Yeah.
even just the shotgun and
Wasn't
period.
working.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, because he's got the spacer before
he's got the spacer
stock,
before the stock,
and
yeah.
then he's got the
I think he's got a
extended
pad.
butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the extended butt pad.
But it's perfect for him.
Well,
I mean, it lines
yeah.
it right up for him. But for me, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
But
Lined it up, bam.
got to do what you got to do though.
yeah, sometimes you gotta hop in and shoot anybody's gun. We
But-
do that a lot.
But DT's TriStar, watch out,
That's that wicked boy.
watch out.
Yeah.
Smoke comes out the barrel.
Me, I'm gonna
Mhm.
hit that bird twice, but hey,
Yeah, we call
Two-tap
Q,
Q.
2-tap.
all right.
2-tap Q.
He's got a miss and it gets locked in.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
miss
That's
and then he
alright.
hits.
Yeah. Instincts kick in.
Yeah.
I will
I
say,
think it's
though-
the singles.
Too much pressure on him.
It's the pressure.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
I know.
After
Because
I-
it's not like you're a bad shot.
that-
yeah.
You can dial it. It's just
I've
you
never-
go like this.
I've
You
never-
get too excited, and then you're like, oh,
Actually,
and then
I
you're like,
don't think
right.
I've
why am I
ever been
excited?
if
on
it's
it.
a big group, I'm like,
Yeah.
I got mine. I'm shooting that one. But anyways,
Yeah, I haven't been in on a good
the quill
basher
miss.
with Q.
Yeah,
Really? Maybe
we went on like 2
One
or 3
day.
hunts
one day.
last year.
Yeah, but one was with a bow. And the other was like 10 or so of us.
You went over here. We shot him good that day. Q
Mhm.
was there.
Yeah, I know, but we weren't sitting by each other.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I
No,
didn't- I
but
can't,
on
I
a-
can't. I know. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I
Oh,
haven't
you're
seen
saying
enough
to
of his
test if
shooting
he's got
to-
that
yeah.
stick.
Oh, if
Yeah, I can't.
You want to
yeah.
know if he got that stick.
I just don't know if he does or not.
Go watch
I
that.
know he shot that.
Oh,
goose.
well, watch now. You're gonna
Hey.
plug his thing.
Hey.
Hey.
I do
I
miss a
just
quill.
don't know.
I do
don't know
miss
that
a
he
quill.
does. I don't know that he don't.
That was day 2. Go watch day 2, 3, and 4.
I'm sure he's
Mm-mm.
good.
Dude, I will say this right now. That quill changed my life.
I'm no
That quill changed my life. I lead him better now. I make sure I'm on now.
That's the one thing that I
If
see.
if that quill didn't change your life, nothing.
It
will,
did.
man.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was missing a 200-inch whitetail.
Yeah, you're like, I'm never gonna do that.
We're
again.
never going to
Yeah.
do that again.
You just
Maybe.
never know.
Maybe.
It's like any
I don't
goose
know.
that comes
Well,
in.
we
You know what I mean?
We seen one with a band. Guy couldn't hit it to save his
Right.
life.
Well,
Look,
mainly
that's got a band.
maybe it was more like a
bam.
180
Yeah,
because
whatever,
you
yeah.
might see another one eventually.
We'll see another one. We saw another one that week.
It was funny. My dad called me, and he had me on speaker with my mom, and he goes, "You missed a quill," and I was like, "Yeah, sure did." And my mom's like, "What's that?" And he goes, "That's equivalent to missing a fucking 180." I went, "He's not fucking wrong." I'm like, "Gosh, damn." And then I didn't hear it from the rest of the day from freaking Dice. Dice lit me up. Dakota lit me up. Ronnie lit me up. Even the freaking guides lit me up.
Yeah, we were like eating lunch. We were like, yeah,
Rightfully
the sandwich
so.
is good, but it'd be a whole lot better if we had a quill.
Yeah,
Everything.
Yeah.
But Dice did say, he's like, we're just going to pound you for one day. Just be prepared for it. It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So.
roasted him, and then it got
Moved
into the group
on.
chat, and then he got
Yeah.
roasted in the group
Oh,
chat.
yeah, got a
Came
Got a
back
little
around.
phone call from Logan, and I was like, oh, Here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Here it is.
But no, I mean, it is
Somebody
what it
had to
is.
do it.
Yeah, somebody had to do it. If that's my,
It would have been the
if
opposite if
that's
you would
what
have
I'm
got
known
it.
for, I'll take it.
Dude, what I've noticed though with as many hunts, I mean, oddly, granted, we go on a ton of hunts just on the fact that we love to go. Aside from us doing the Heartland Waterfowl
Yeah.
stuff and filming that stuff,
Yeah.
regardless, around here, any opportunity that we can to go, we
Right.
try and go.
You're out.
You know, during the week, like if
Yeah.
I got time, like we try and go. We try and get on as many hunts as we possibly can
Right.
throughout the year. Also, being exposed to going on all the Heartland trips,
Somebody order me an ice eater this year.
we can.
Okay.
Or we can put you in touch with Mr. Jeff Hood. But even with us filming them, we see so many different groups that come in, the blind shoots at, and then they leave. And or if they don't leave. Regardless, we have this interaction so many times in a year.
Right.
Come in, something happens, and whatever.
Yeah.
The one thing that I notice, what everyone does, it's so consistent, is they shoot the butts, not leading them enough. How many butts do we see get shot?
Well, you see it in the quill I missed. I hit him.
Yeah,
I hit him.
but
I
it's
like
that
shooting
people
them
aren't
in the
leading
right
them.
spot.
pairs and
But you always will see, like, they shoot the butts and then they're shooting at them as they're trying to get out.
right.
And it's that people don't lead them, or they're trying to shoot for the body. You know, they're coming this
It's
way. They're trying to
moving,
shoot
yeah.
for the body.
There's a lot
And then
to
by the time
compensate
they
for,
actually
yeah.
get there, you know, they're shooting the butts out of them. So leading them is a huge, huge thing. Like, if you can get
Absolutely.
that timing of leading, oh my gosh. Especially when we're shooting them close. When we're shooting them close.
into it is what you're trying to do.
Right.
You just
Yeah.
have to put it where they're
Just in front
where they're
of 'em.
going,
Yeah.
not where they're
Right.
at.
Sometimes I can really, really be on it, and then other times I completely blow it.
Takes
you
time,
know?
dude.
Yeah.
It takes time
That
of just
and
seeing
it's-
groups and shooting
Yeah.
at groups and going, okay, when they're swinging left, I need to be here instead of here. Whenever they're coming over the top, I need to be. It just takes time.
I really
It
am a
does.
better
so much
shooter
time.
out of a layout blind.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
That's what I've always done. So, like, the new thing is obviously these A-frames,
Mm-hmm.
and you stand up, you know what I mean, or whatever, right? So
Right.
where I'm used to leaning up and into my shot, and so now I'm, like, standing up, and there's just a little bit of a disconnect there for me.
I'm short. It bothers me with being
Yeah.
short,
Dude,
especially
I'll
when we
pop
have the
out
grass.
of that thing,
Especially when we have like the grass
Yeah.
like up high, and then like I'm having to like take my gun up like
Right.
this, and then I'm on my tiptoes to
It
shoot.
didn't seem like it messed with you that much. I prefer a layout blind.
Yeah.
Personally. Yeah.
The pits are fun.
yeah.
Pits are real fun.
Yeah, pits
They're
are
easier
pits are
than
cool.
you'd think.
Yeah.
I know, but they're finishing.
No.
They're also
Yeah.
finishing from us to that freaking ladder.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's
Well, sure.
and you're shooting them
Right,
like this.
right,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's
well,
fun
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
The closer you finish them, the better for sure.
It's just easier is what I'm getting at. Is it's easier than you think.
If you can brush in layout blinds, that's what I prefer. But
Well, yeah.
If you can get away
That's
with
just
it,
me.
that's my
yeah,
thing.
if you can. I
If
also
you
like.
can
I
get
also
away
like
with
to
it.
hang out
that was
a
a
little
big
bit.
It has
deal
to be
this
good.
last year.
The
I
thing
have
is
my
with-
own space. I don't have to worry about,
Right.
bumping elbows with somebody
The thing
accidentally.
thing about
that I may
layout
not
blinds
know,
is
stuff like
you have to mimic the ground.
that. Absolutely, yeah.
And if you don't do that well enough, it can come and bite you in the ass. Now,
Same
I
thing
think there
for
is
the
more leeway with the A-frames because you're
Sometimes
not
I'll-
necessarily mimicking the ground. You can mimic a brush pile. You can mimic
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
cedar row. You can mimic
You're right.
that's my one thing with layouts that I think that we get away with the A-frames is that you're not trying to mimic flat ground. That's hard. And if you don't do that well enough,
Mm-hmm.
you know, especially like for us,
Yeah.
we're hunting ponds a lot, and it's like grass field around a pond. That's hard to mimic.
Grass
Now,
man.
If there's grass pond and there's a little bit of high grass at one little point of the grass pond, and then we stack it with cedars and it looks like a cedar row, that's different than trying to look like
They believe
know,
that more, yeah.
knee-high
Don't get me
cut
wrong,
grass.
yeah,
Mhm.
It's
yeah.
completely different.
I'll hunt both.
And whenever you show up,
Preferably.
let's say we show up with 12 guys or 10 guys. 10 guys. having everybody have the same blind to where it looks somewhat uniform. Some guys are this, some guys are this, some guys are super wide, some have this one, broken arms on one, so it only hits down.
Right.
One of their deals is down to where their legs are just in it, or it doesn't have stubble straps on the side, so the bottom is all wrapped up.
Well,
That's how it happens
let me
with,
tell you this,
with
though.
layouts.
If you, me, and Tristan would have hunted
Should have been in
Kelly's that
layouts.
day in layouts,
Should have
we
been in
would've- We
layouts.
would have killed bands.
And honestly, we should have been in layouts. I think we could have. What we could have done is gone a layout with that grass mat over the layouts.
Yeah. Yeah, we got lazy or something. I don't remember what happened on why they flared on our blind.
We just didn't
But
have
they-
good enough hide.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
It's all about
I'm
the
not.
hide,
I'm not
man.
saying we got lazy. I'm just. I don't know.
We just did
I'm
not
just
have
saying,
good enough
yeah,
hide.
We didn't have good enough hide.
There's
You're
no
right.
ifs, ands,
yeah.
or buts.
Yeah.
It'll bite you. That's
It
the one
did.
thing that you
Yeah.
have that you get to control. You
Yeah.
can control the hide.
Mm-hmm.
Can't control.
Dude,
if
it
it's-
was so cold.
It was so cold.
That was so cold.
Dude,
I
and we were
took
having
some
a hard time
convincing to
keeping
get
the
out of
hole
the truck.
open.
I will say
so
this.
cold.
We were also
You
hiding
know-
an
Yeah.
orange generator.
Trying to,
Like we
yeah.
had a lot of factors.
You know when
and he still missed the band.
it's super duper cold out and you see people, waterfowlers, whatever. You see the ones that are still out there doing it. Those are the ones that actually like the sport.
Well, yeah.
Actually
you
like
gotta
doing
like
the
it
thing.
to do that.
I like it
yeah.
as nasty as it gets.
I like it as nasty
I like
as it
those
gets.
days when it gets so nasty and I'm like, are we sure we're going tomorrow? And we're like,
Yeah.
Oh, we're
yeah,
going.
We are.
if we can get to the field or the pond,
Mhm.
it's gonna be weird. I love those days.
Right.
I really do.
The Valley Oaks one when it snowed all.
Yeah, and it
all
was like, all right,
night.
it's gonna take us 2 hours to drive there because we can only go 25 minutes. But yeah,
Mhm.
we're gonna be there.
Yeah. You have to get me in on one this year
Yeah,
around here.
Yeah, they're fun.
it is a lot of fun.
That and it's Nasty Nate
Mm-hmm.
it's a shit show.
Yeah.
But
I just want to be
it's
a
a
fly on
fun-
the wall.
it's a fun shit show.
Dude, we
I
finished
think that's
geese
the
so
best part about
close.
Nate.
Yeah.
So close. Like
No.
it's
Right.
the best representation of the science. You know what I mean? It's
And he's good at it.
it's Tiger Woods teeing off a golf ball. It's
Right.
it's like that's
Yeah.
exactly how geese should finish, and you should shoot into them. Perfect, like that.
Yeah.
They are
Those
committed.
those are the days that'll spoil you.
Dude,
And then when they
Mhm.
don't work, you get all kind of like, what the?
Yeah.
what are we doing wrong?
Gosh, dang, it's
What
supposed
are
to
we
work
doing
like
wrong?
this. That's when you get out of the blind, and then you
Then
blow
they-
it.
Yeah,
comes
you
in.
goof this, you goof that,
Goof
then you
off,
make a
yeah.
mistake here.
Yeah. Then like,
Threw a
dang it,
decoy out
gotta
too
go back
far, so
again
one's
now.
way out in the middle of the pond. You know, it's just
Right.
there's always
Yeah,
factors.
there is.
Or what my favorite one was whenever we were pulling into a field and I had the decoys on a flatbed trailer behind the side by side, and it was a little bit wet, and it just threw mud on the entire freaking
Caked 'em.
spread.
Yeah.
The entire spread was covered in mud, and I
Bad
had to
idea.
drive back, power wash them at my dad's shop,
Yeah.
and then drive back to the field so we could hunt. And we ended up shooting them.
It was worth it then.
Yeah, you got to put a little work in every once in a while.
I think there's work in every aspect of waterfowl hunting.
Yeah.
Well,
Has
there's
to be.
always work in success. If you're
Oh,
gonna, I
yeah.
mean, you can go
Uh-huh.
out and waterfowl hunt and not put in the work, but probably ain't gonna kill nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, some people might, but not
I'm excited
very
for
many.
dove season too.
Oh, yeah.
I get down on
she's
dove
coming.
season.
Yeah.
But won't we? So when do we leave to go to?
That's good
North
practice.
Dakota.
Nodak 1.
Good
Nodak
practice.
1 is the 25th of August is when we leave. We leave the morning at 4 a.m. of the 25th
To win.
to like the 31st, maybe the 1st.
Oh, so we're gonna come back and then it's gonna be dove season,
Pretty much. I mean, we got a couple days, but yeah.
and then it's like a week, and then it's teal season.
And then
Yeah.
after that, early goose in October.
If you got a little local spot, I might try to sneak in on a dove hunt with you guys.
Oh, we got
we're
'em.
going somewhere.
Yeah. I told you, I'm gonna put that.
We're gonna
25th
flag.
try.
through the
That is such a
31st.
fun hang.
I wonder if we could shoot any flying over that 10 acres there.
25th through the
we got some
31st.
rain.
Is that rain?
We got some rain, yeah.
Did you hear me?
What?
25th through the 31st.
Okay,
Oh,
so
we
we'll be
could-
coming back
We could find. I think I got an idea
When's
on how
dove
we
open?
could get some dove over
first.
The
September
first?
1st.
there. Not gonna speak of it on the air though.
Yeah, it's a secret spot.
Yeah. But I think we could shoot some out there.
It's
Yeah.
definitely sprinkling.
It's raining. No, I love dove season because it's like the first time you get to shoot something that flies, which granted not going to be for us because we're going to go to Nodak, but
Yeah,
and it's
September
just a
1st.
hang.
September 1st
It is,
to
it's-
the November 29th.
Like I want to go dove hunt and then like giggle and have fun.
Some,
and
yeah,
do
something
stuff.
about sitting on a
And
dove
then like
stool
after
and
we get done dove
yeah.
hunting, meet at the tailgate and have some some hot dogs and some brats by the tailgate.
Just cook them up and
Drink a few beers and then
throw
that's
some
a dove
breasts
hunt.
on there.
Yeah,
Call it.
that's a dove hunt to me. You know, hang out, chill, have a good time with your
Yeah.
buddy. Hey, we're hunting again.
Yeah.
Buddies?
It's hunting season again.
Yeah,
man.
it feels good. Yeah.
But not anymore. Hunting season's all year, dude.
Hell.
You gotta. I don't know. I've been wanting to coyote hunt more.
Yeah. I would like to too.
I just never do though.
I don't know with me with coyote hunting is sometimes I just feel like I don't know enough about it to where whenever I'm
You
out
gotta
there I'm like,
go.
am I wasting
Yeah.
my time? Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I know that
need to
you
take-
got homies that know what they
Yeah.
are doing.
Need to
Yeah,
take
And I would love to
notes.
go with them.
Yeah.
Also
yeah.
need
Because
to-
I know they
Yeah.
know.
Need
Yeah,
to
they
take
do.
notes from old Patterson.
Go with them a
Oh,
handful
dude,
at a
we hunt-
time.
we
You
hunt
take
with
some notes.
the
You're good to go.
Coyote guy.
The guy, yeah.
We got
Just
the
take them
guy.
up on it, man. That's how you learn, obviously. But it's like there's a touch of deer hunting involved, you know.
Yeah.
Touch of turkey hunting involved, you know. And you're killing this a predator. That's something that kills itself. So you got like those three variables right there, and control your scent, and then anticipate where you think they're coming from or at, and how you can basically cut them off and draw them out with a call.
Right.
To where you can get a shot on them before
learned-
they can pick up your scent.
I learned something new about coyotes this week.
What'd you learn?
So, you know when they howl at night? They're howling to see
This
who's
dude
all,
listened to Joe Rogan.
who's all around. Yeah, I did.
See
The
who's
Joe
in
Rogan
they
with
wanna know who's in the area.
Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a communication.
So,
They have a lot
but
of
I
vocals.
didn't-
If one
if one
yeah.
dies, then if the female loses the male or whatever, even in the
If a
pack,
male dies,
if a male
the
dies,
female
the female
has an enzyme in her
She
or
wants
like
to
a
get
deal
bred.
she wants
where
to
she wants to get pregnant and,
Yeah.
and she will
she'll have an
mm,
extra in
an
the
extra
litter.
Oh yeah.
in the litter.
yeah,
Like
it's
they'll
crazy.
make up if something happens to their population, something inside coyotes
Yeah.
allows them to make up for
It
it.
allows
Mhm.
them to go into breeding again out of season, essentially.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's where like the whole debacle debate comes into play on if you're killing them, if you're really doing better for it or not, or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But who's to say you shoot a double or a triple
Right.
and you didn't take out both of them, you know? So there's
Right.
obviously variables there, but yeah, I think in a natural state, let's just say they weren't getting killed by people, they're out there, whatever happens, it's trying to kill an elk or a buck or something and he dies,
Right.
that's going to occur. But now then add in the human effect, I think it does occur. And I mean, truthfully, if you want to get rid of a coyote population problem on your farm, you have to trap.
Right.
I mean, that's bottom line. Do I think you can still help out other populations while that occurs? Absolutely. You know,
you think that
if
the-
you're consistently killing one here, there, whatever, you're going to help out your quail, your turkey.
Do you think that the actual hunting them doesn't move the needle enough to where you also have to trap?
I think you have to.
Mm.
do
Like you won't
both,
be able to
yeah.
kill enough. You have to like trap.
Well,
You
look,
as well.
literally,
think
yeah.
about this. The
Yeah.
If you want to actually do something substantial when it comes to
If you
controlling
want
the
them
population,
off of your land, essentially,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
you have to
or
trap.
controlled,
Think
just
about-
control.
yeah,
Think
Yeah.
about
control.
this.
Yeah.
Think about this. The juries.
I'll
in
still
the
shoot them
Lindsay
anytime
way,
I see them.
They hire someone to come out and trap everything:
Yeah.
raccoons,
Yeah.
possums, coyotes, and I'm not talking a couple coyotes. I'm talking like 20 coyotes on one farm for the juries. That's in
No,
like
I'm
northern
sure.
Missouri.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Trapping is the key to all that.
I think the raccoons too, and also
Coons
with
is
your
a big
feeders
deal.
and stuff like that.
Dude,
Oh,
that's my
You know how much
You're just growing
yeah,
that
just
population.
growing freaking
Yeah.
raccoons with
Mhm.
a lot of the feeders and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Man, conservation's a real thing, you know.
Yeah.
But
Not a lot of people still know about it, though. You know what I mean? There's a lot of.
Do you think it's a dying thing, conservation?
I don't know, man. Honestly, anymore, it might almost be picking up.
Yeah.
steam, truly, over the last
Yeah.
2-3 years. You think
I
about
think
it?
COVID pushed
mean,
more people to the
to it,
outdoors.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd agree.
there's numbers that show that would support that too, and
Yeah.
more and more people are wanting to move rural and sacrificing things in order to do so. you
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Even now, it's a sacrifice to not have Wi-Fi
Right.
to live
Right.
rural in the
Yeah.
in some of these rural areas. As funny as that sounds, but it is. And
Well, it's funny. You
People
drive
are
down
doing
Stillhouse like
Yeah.
6 months ago, and it's like rural Wi-Fi. Call this number. It's all.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
in a lot of places when you go down back roads. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, we got Wi-Fi. It'll come out here.
Yeah, but
Don't know how
not
good it
not
is.
the good stuff.
Right.
But I'm just using that as an example that I feel like the trends that I noticed over the last few years is more people are going to that. But I think you have an opposite group who doesn't give a damn about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw this whole deal the other day, which is kind of whatever. You can get yourself in trouble speaking about it, but it was just showing just disconnect on all of it.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Well, and I don't think that
Between
people
human
are.
and animal, and
Yeah.
Right.
what's right and what's wrong, what's acceptable on one end and not the other, and blah blah blah. But who knows? I don't think it's dying though.
Yeah.
So to speak.
I don't
mean,
think anybody's
it
leaving
could,
from
Right.
that. I think that people are still wanting to be conservationists or be involved in the outdoors. I don't think that the people that were involved.
But where's their
are
more
leaving.
money at?
Yeah.
Not
But I think that that's
conservation,
happening
so.
too. I think that funding for some of the public lands and stuff like that is dwindling. I mean, I saw a podcast where they were talking
Should.
about. Did you know that with every bullet, gun, anything?
Oh, yeah, the Great American
is that
Act.
called?
It's like the Great American Outdoors Act.
Yes. So anything that has to do with camping,
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
right?
Yeah.
Something like that. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? There's a act to where
Anything
anything that
outdoor
has to
related.
do
Government?
out. Yes, fishing.
That's why there's a little extra
Products.
tax at like
Yes,
Bass Pros.
there's a
and
little
stuff,
extra tax
on
for
all
that.
stuff.
And what that tax does, so if people buy guns or they buy
That was
ammo
voted
or if
in,
they buy
yeah.
tree stands or if they buy camping stuff, fishing stuff,
Mhm.
anything that's outdoor wise, there's a little extra tax, and that tax goes to funding outdoor public lands and conservation. It's for conservation. Like it
What
goes
act
to
is it called?
I think it's called the Great American Outdoors Act.
yeah, it's something like that.
I'm gonna say that's what I think it is.
I wonder. Do you think Roosevelt? Came
Yes,
up with that?
I
yes,
think he
yes,
did, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
He was all about for like conservation and like he's the reason why we have conservation areas.
No, I
National
believe
forests
he
and
was
National
things,
Forest,
yeah.
yeah.
he was the one that wrote that into effect. I believe.
They start getting rid of that type of stuff,
was the
then you
act
know we
again?
got a problem. The Great American Outdoors Act. That's what I think it is. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's interesting to say the least.
But I
all
heard
of
they
it.
were trying to get rid of that. That's recently.
I do recall it being brought up about something. I don't.
They were
remember
trying
what
to
happened.
regulate
You find
or
anything
change
on
that or
Q?
something like that.
Great American Outdoors
Act.
Act. Sorry.
ACT.
Says that the landmark conservation legislation will use revenues from energy developed to provide up to 1.9 billion a year
Okay,
to
maybe I was going
for
with
5
yeah.
years to provide needed maintenance for critical facilities and
I
infrastructure
was going a
in our
different
national
direction.
parks, forests, wildlife refuges, recreation areas, and the American Indian schools. It also uses royalties from offshore oil and natural gas to permanently fund the land and water
Okay,
conservation.
so yeah, our
area.
energy use funds the national forest.
Right,
Is that kind of what that's saying, right?
basically.
All right, so I was on the wrong page there, but I thought that was
Yeah,
the
it's
same
more
thing.
about the national parks. And
No, this is what it's called. The Pittman-Robertson Act.
Okay.
That's what it's
I
called.
was
Pittman-Robertson Act.
Yeah.
You're on the same.
Well,
you're on the right area.
they are still both conservation acts essentially that fuel conservation.
Can I read this real quick?
Oh yeah.
You guys cool with it?
Yeah.
It just says this is what is the Pittman-Robertson Act. In the early 1900s, when many wildlife species were disappearing or declining, the firearms and ammunition industry asked Congress to impose an excise tax on the sale of firearms and ammunition to help fund wildlife conservation in the United States. The resulting Pittman-Robertson Act, passed in 1937, is known as the Federal Aid and Wildlife Restoration. Revenues generated from these excise taxes are appointed to state wildlife agencies for their conservation efforts, hunter education programs, and other archery and shooting ranges. In the 76 years since its inception, over $7 billion have been collected from manufacturers and have been made available to states, including over $116 million to Mississippi. The partnership of hunters and sport shooters with the firearms and ammunition industry is by far America's largest contribution to wildlife conservation and public access to natural resources. The tax is set by 11% of all wholesale price for long guns and ammunition, and 10% for handguns.
See, now that's a good tax.
That's a good
Yeah.
tax. I'll pay that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Hell yeah.
It's
I'm for that.
it's also
I
a
like
sales
that.
tax.
That and fixing our roads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard that
But
they were trying to do something.
I'm pretty
about
sure
that.
doesn't our fuel tax go? Isn't it supposed to be for roads?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I have no
but
clue.
it's probably going
It'd be
to Ukraine.
it'd be nice to actually understand where all of our tax money goes, but nobody has a clue.
Yeah.
It's all going to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Handfuls of it, dude. Yeah.
What's new in old Ryan's world? I haven't seen you in a while.
Man, yeah, I see that 4th of July.
That's about it.
Remember?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, what do you remember of
Just a
4th of
little
July,
bit.
Q?
Not very much, fellas.
Q.
Q.
What happened over
This
there?
is this is the weekend after 4th of July.
Weekend,
Oh yeah. You're
Q
right.
was lost
yeah,
in the
yeah,
sauce.
Yeah. Was he?
weekend after 4th of July.
Were you lost in the
The
sauce?
4th of July party?
Mine?
No, it would have been after.
No.
I had one.
No, the fireworks show.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun.
So that would have been
little
after,
ordeal.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
it
You're
was.
right. It was like the
It was the
9th.
weekend after.
Yeah.
All right,
The
give us some
Saturday after.
details.
Dude,
I
it was
don't know
fun.
Give us some details. You
I
guys
don't
had
know
Dude,
those
it was
details.
fun.
Awesome fireworks. Q was a little sauce.
No, Q didn't even stay for the firecrackers.
Yeah, I did.
Did you? I didn't see you again.
I was sitting by my homies.
I thought y'all left.
These are the
No,
homies.
Shit.
we all sat.
Last I saw you, the sun was going down, and I never saw you again.
Hunter Beach was there. Him and
Oh, you
Garrett
had to go
are
meet him.
cousins.
You had to go meet him at the front of the driveway
No, they pulled up when I pulled up
after the debate.
after the debate. Yeah, yeah. What the hell is that?
That
about?
was something,
Gosh,
huh?
damn. He was like
You
taking
guys
it
got
way
into
too
a
personal than it
a
needed
real
it to be.
heated
I
debate.
kept looking at Ryan
I'm
during
like,
the whole
why
conversation.
did what
I'm like,
did I know?
dude, I'm not. You digged
I'm
at
like-
me.
Hey, every once
Somehow-
in a while you get a little beef with your friends.
You
No,
do.
I appreciate it all. But I was just,
love
I was
it.
like,
I love it. It's so
I was
much
like,
fun.
am I the initiator or the instigator or the what happened here? You know, it was just
Right.
like you guys all rolled up. And
You
then,
did bring up
I was
one
like,
comment,
what
and
the
then
hell?
Dill brought up something, and
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Oh, now he's name
Q,
dropping.
Q, oh yes, Q spit in there, and I'm like, fellas.
I love
see
Dill.
your point.
I love
see your
Dill. I'll
point.
do
I
a
love
lot
Dill
of
too.
things
He's my
for
homie.
I
homie,
love
but
Dill. Hell
We tried
yeah.
getting him on tonight.
We tried
did-
getting him
did
on
you?
tonight, yeah.
What's his deal, man? I'm pissed now. He could have been sitting here, not me.
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying. Dill.
Yeah, he didn't
We
fall
are trying to
through.
get a little diversity
Dill.
in the podcast.
Yeah, man. You got to show up when,
Instead
when
we-
the boys call you.
Instead, we pulled that old fine wine out of
Yeah,
there.
that's fine,
Yeah.
man. No, that was nothing was out of line that night.
No, it
no,
wasn't.
not at all.
That's what I
You-
told him
You
afterwards. I'm
or
like,
him.
dude,
It was I.
You
I
gotta
didn't know.
understand. I was just dishing your shit back
Oh
to you.
yeah.
It's like, come
It-
on now.
Sometimes you catch people at the wrong moment.
Well, yeah.
Catch them off guard, whatever.
Alcohol
but,
does
Yeah,
that
I don't
too,
think anybody
but-
was drunk or nothing.
Yeah.
I don't.
Q's admitting that was I was pretty sauce.
No,
Q
I
might have
wasn't
been.
sauce
I didn't think.
then.
I didn't. I
It
didn't
was
get.
later
I didn't
than
catch the
that I was
vibe that
sauced.
anybody was drunk. For real. I just thought a little irritation occurred, but I didn't see you guys.
He
after,
was
so
just
I thought.
mad
I thought
'cause
it was
whooped
that
his
bad.
ass in cornhole.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
figured. And
It
you were
happens.
pretty excited.
Most people don't like it when I do that.
I
so.
could tell. In my head, I knew Q probably had won in cornhole.
Q got
And
them
they're
bags.
like, son of a gun. Yeah. Because
I
I
hate
seen
to give it
I
to
seen
'em.
them over there playing. Then they rolled over. I was like, what's up, guys? You know, I was talking. And then the debate went down. And then everybody kind of strolled out. And I was like, damn, for real? Is the night's over for these guys? Like, because I didn't see you again.
Bro,
so
I went
I'm
and
glad
had
to
an
know.
After party after the
Water
party.
under the bridge. Dill, I am actually upset that you're not here.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, and we've been trying to get him on, and he kind of bounced out on a couple.
Yeah.
So
If Dill don't want to do it, he ain't doing it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, come on,
He
bro.
rolls
come on
like
here,
that.
brother.
I definitely think he needs to be like. Granted, he's known us forever, even Dakota even longer, but I feel like he
Dude,
has to
whenever I
have
first met Dill, I thought that he didn't like me, and then we turned out to be like best friends
Really?
forever.
I've never had, me and Dill have always
I
been
love
like,
Dill.
hey, we're buddies.
Oh,
right
yeah.
since I met him.
I have so much fun with Dill.
Well, I grew
Yeah,
up-
he's good dude.
Yeah,
good
he's a
dude.
great dude.
Good family.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
from
Oh
good
my
family.
gosh,
All
dude!
them
Their
guys are cool.
family, their
Yeah.
entire family has like welcomed me to be a part of their family.
Oh yeah,
which
they're
is so
good
crazy.
people, man.
They
I
love-
don't know 'em
like,
like
they-
you do, but yeah.
Support me, and like they just have added
Yeah,
me into a
they're
little
good people.
piece of their family. It's so cool.
I can
They're
tell.
they're
I
your
feel like my family does that too.
they're your average.
They do.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
your a little. They're your hardworking American family is what they.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
good
my
blue
gosh,
collar
dude.
folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, nothing's really new in my world. I just been keeping my nose down, grinding for real. Like just going in. I went into make money mode and take care of business.
What
It's
do you-
that time of year.
So you're still selling land. You're still running the
Yeah.
lawn company, right?
Yep. Real estate. Obviously, the trends have changed here a little bit lately on
yeah.
everything. And then the timing where my focus is in some other places aside from clients that we're directly working with.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But I couldn't have the pedal to the metal on that.
That and you're
So,
probably also trying to
everything I'm
renovate this place up here.
Yeah, I'm finishing one up, and then we'll get back on that one here soon.
At least it's
Yeah.
cleaned out.
Yeah, it's ready
Kills.
for us. Yeah, it's
Ready to go.
for us. But yeah, that's about it, man. Just focusing on making money and keeping the ship in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
When's the last time you've been in there?
I was down there last week.
You were.
Yeah, just kind of looking at a
Does
few
the kills
things. over.
help?
Oh yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
good. It's sturdy. No leaks.
I was worried with all the.
smells. Maybe there's a 10%
I was
smell, but
worried
that's-
with
we
the
ain't been
It's
in
gonna
there.
change,
we ain't
dude.
doing
Right.
that.
It's
There
gonna
ain't
change
no
when you-
sawdust.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and we still got a little ways to go, but yeah, I mean we knocked out 90% of that smell, and it's
Mhm.
just sitting there ready for the next phase.
Now, are you still extending out?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We
like
have
we
to.
talked about.
Yeah, we kind of are considering some plans and
Mhm.
stuff, but yeah, we're probably a year out on that one.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that ain't. But dude, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to keep doing stuff.
Dude,
You know what I
dude,
mean?
legit.
Yeah.
When me and Kai put that offer on that house, and I
I'm
knew
only
that we,
33.
I knew that we were gonna have to put in a ton of work,
It's a lot,
you know.
man.
and I know that I've got a ton on my plate right now, and especially going into the season that we're about to tiptoe into. I know that the plate's just gonna continue to get full. Whenever that deal didn't go through at that house, I went like this. Whew, all right, we got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's
Yeah.
not right at our door, but I hate to have that feeling. But I'm also like,
Man,
we
I
gotta
don't
get
know.
that. You gotta
yeah.
do that stuff. You gotta keep moving, dog.
Mhm.
It's a coin flip for you and my outsider looking in. Like coin flip, you could do it. Coin flip, you stay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think a guy who just
Thing is,
could
I'm
keep
wanting to start
saving
building some
cash,
equity,
though,
dog.
man. I know. Yeah,
I'm wanting to start building some equity, and
Yeah.
that and
I
That
get
and
it.
be able to-
I've
I'm looking
encouraged
at it
that
like
too.
this.
I
I want a
mean,
piece of I want a house that has a piece of property to where I can turn that into a
Well, you can work on it.
Well, I want it to be a content farmhouse. Like I
Right,
want it to be
right. I
a straight
feel
up
ya,
like a
yeah.
content powerhouse to where, if we need to, let's say someone sends us a trail camera that they want a commercial for, we can go
Right.
and we
You're
go,
ready to
okay,
go.
from conception, let's film putting this food plot in, setting this trail camera up, hanging these stands, doing the
Yeah.
the preseason scouting, hanging
Yeah.
a tree stand, shooting a deer, and then it's all to promote this.
I love that
Like
stuff,
I could
man.
do that
Yeah.
if I had like a piece, or even with daily vlogs and YouTube content
Sure.
and stuff like that. Like I could go,
Yeah.
hey, we're putting the food plots in today, or
You want your
we're
spot
building a
in your
blog. Like, I
back
need
door.
what I was
I
getting
want
at. It
something
was
that
like-
that it can be a reoccurring series slash
Mhm.
thing that we can continue
That you
to
step
start
out
work on
and do
like,
right there. You don't have to
something
know,
different.
That
cut
and
the
it'll be
travel
also
time out.
something you can call what's your own.
Yeah, I want something of my own too.
You know what
I've
I
been
mean?
about that.
Like that's why
Yeah.
we both don't do anything to the places we live in. Granted, renting's great. I'm not saying don't rent, but like
Right. There's
renting's
pros and
great.
cons
But I
to it all.
can't. I'm not gonna update something.
Well,
that
that's
I-
just the
that
game.
I'm-
You're not
exactly,
supposed
it's
to.
the
But
game.
you're right.
but-
yeah.
but what I'm saying
right.
is like I just want to I want to have something that's mine.
Yeah, I don't
think
blame
that's
you.
honorable.
Be a place to call
Yeah,
your own
and
is pretty
you know
special.
what? I work hard enough to have something that's mine.
Certainly, man.
So
no, I don't.
that's what we're shooting for. And also, she works hard enough for us to
Certainly.
have something
No,
that's
yeah.
ours. So
Yeah, you
that's where
told
we're
me
at. We're
what
trying
you
to get
guys
there.
can spend, and that's right up there with the that's a good amount
yeah,
for y'all's age. That's for real.
yeah,
I mean, I know when I was first buying a house, it wasn't nowhere near that. So
Right.
good for
We're
you on that
excited,
end.
man.
But I'll tell you what I would do. What I think, or what I hate that word. What I would do. What I think you would want, I guess, for better words, is in order to accomplish that, you're going to need more than 10 acres. You're going to need 15 plus. That
I think
extra
so,
5
too.
makes a big deal.
10's bare minimum.
10's
It's the right
doable.
10.
Right, the
Mhm. If
right
it's the
10.
right 10.
Yeah.
Now, if
which,
it's a 10 and it's a field, that's not the right 10.
No. The right 10 for sure, which is hard to find, you
Right.
know. But I just feel like you could be a little more diversified with what you're trying to do if you just could maybe find, like, that's what I feel like you could learn from this last house. Like, you're putting those pieces together. That place was 26 acres.
Yeah.
That's a big difference than 10 acres.
It's a big leap, too, for us.
What, as far as managing?
Well, it's just we were going to be, not that I think, here's my thing.
You'll never regret buying more
I'll
land.
never regret that, and
No.
any money that we would have put in that place, we would have got out of it, without a doubt.
Yeah.
My only thing is it was a big leap for us because it was like, one, it was a big financial leap, and two, it was a financial leap that also was attached with a ton of work.
Mhm.
So if we bought that house, we had to completely renovate that entire house, which, hey, probably not better for someone that wants to buy a house like that, because what do we have? A
Right.
home renovation company. So,
Sure.
like,
What he's
that
saying
works.
is this Q would be showing up after work to help him
Yeah.
lay some floors down.
You-
And
yeah.
I'm okay with that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
what
He
I'm
already
saying
knows
is
I'm
we
gonna
had the
help him do
tools.
it.
So it's not
Yeah.
like I was working up against the biggest wall.
Right.
Right.
But, dude, our plate was about to get real full real quick.
Mhm.
Right.
So
The timing obviously wasn't meant to be on that
Yeah.
one. But
the time that I'm going
I
to be
look
doing the
forward to when you get
podcast,
one,
I
man.
got to be ripping out
Yeah.
walls and replacing sheetrock. It's just
Right,
a lot more
right.
gets added to the plate, and priorities have to get,
God's got a plan.
right,
So-
that's why I'm
God's
not
got a
really.
plan.
Yeah, he does.
You know?
That's why I'm not really doing anything over there either, because you can only stretch it so far sometimes.
Right.
Before it all falls apart.
And it's timing, dude. It's
Gotta make
timing.
sure that don't happen.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
kids, which I don't have kids. You have kids, but they say with kids that there's never a right time. It's just whenever it happens. It's never
Yeah,
you never like, oh my gosh, we have it all figured out. It would be perfect to add a kid right now.
In
Right.
Dakota's
That's never-
instance, Kai brings home a dog.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got 4 kids now.
They're easier to deal with.
He's got 4.
At least they don't go to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to drive them around and buy them as much stuff either. I think a dog's life would cost you 10
I was
grand.
getting ready to say that. I'm like,
You can't-
I hate to be this person, but they don't last 18 years for you to
Yeah.
pay them
Yeah.
all the way through.
Yeah, it never stops with kids.
Right.
You want to know what happened to me today?
Ever.
Oh boy.
What happened?
So I walk into this rental house today.
Yeah.
We got on our door or on our platform that we have all of our tenants. We get this message, and it's like a paragraph message with all these different things that are wrong with this place that she wants fixed or this. It's a to-do list. So
Yeah.
I go over there. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come over and check and put a to-do list together so we can get some of this stuff handled and put a list together,
Yeah.
put a plan to get this stuff taken care of for this lady. So I go in and she's telling me about, or on the outside, it's raining, of course, the day that I go. So I'm outside in the rain, and I'm checking out this, and she's like, yeah, this is wrong, and we've got this one weird thing over here if you guys could take a look at, and look at this. And then she's like, and then I got some stuff inside. So I'm like, all right, go in her house. And
What happened?
so she's pointing out a handful of things, and the house is a complete mess.
Nice,
dude.
of course.
We're
yeah,
talking
bad.
mess. Like
Hoarder.
dogs in the kennel. There's dog food all over the floor, tore up stuff,
Oh, yeah.
just trash and
Yeah.
different stuff on the floor.
Oh yeah, I've seen
The
them.
countertops are stacked full of dishes. There's 3 things on the stove that have food in
Walk
it.
little
All
walkways
this
to
crazy
get
stuff.
around.
Mhm.
So you have to go through her
Boxes.
bedroom to
Hey,
get down to the
shouldn't
basement.
be complaining. Sorry.
Right.
But
yeah.
shouldn't be complaining.
No, you shouldn't even want me to come over and see this.
Exactly. Until.
So she has me go. Well, I have to go through her bedroom to get down to the basement. I go through her bedroom. She's got like a streaming setup, 2 big screens and a mic and this and that.
Okay.
I'm like, you a
Wow.
streamer? And she's like, well, I used to stream, but yeah, I'm getting back into it. She's like, okay, but I go. So she sits down at her computer. I'm like, all right, odd. She gets up and then she's like, all right, I'll show you down in the basement. Well, she has a nightstand that's right by the door going to the basement.
She trying to lock you down there?
On top of the nightstand going to the basement, there's a 12-inch ribbed dildo sitting on her nightstand.
Can you move that, please?
As I walk through her room, there's a dildo sitting on the freaking nightstand.
Wow.
I'm like,
Okay.
okay, and I walk downstairs. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, from here on out, I'm wearing a body cam, so people will at least
Believe
just
me.
believe some of
Yeah.
these stories that I have from the
Yeah.
stuff that I see.
Yeah, you should.
Dude,
Be a whole thing.
I'm walking past the dildo and I'm just like,
Well, of course that would be there.
of course.
Yeah.
Why
It
would
all
you put
makes
that up?
sense. Yeah.
Why would you
Yeah.
put that
Why
up?
would you not put it in the nightstand?
It's sitting on top
On it, yeah.
of the nightstand, just sitting up there like this, just pink ribbed.
Does it have
I'm
the
just like,
suction cup on it?
yes, just sitting there. I'm like,
You know what the nightstand was for then?
alrighty then.
Not-
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. But yeah, dude.
So did you go down the basement?
Oh,
I had to go down to the basement, check it, and as soon as I got down to the basement after seeing that, I literally was like, "Get me
Out of here.
out of here!"
Dive
And I'm
to
like,
the-
I have my notepad. I'm like, all right, well, it looks like I got all the notes. So I'm gonna go back and talk to my dad and talk to Q and see what all we got, and we're gonna put a plan together. So is there anything else? All right, we're good. Okay, and see ya.
Adios.
I walked straight up, opened the door, walked out the kitchen. I'm like, all right, have a good one.
I'd send her rent increase and tell her to leave.
We're talking 12-incher,
Mm.
pink.
She's gonna have to get that
Ribbed.
show going again, I guess. She's getting the rent increase.
Yeah, she's gonna have to make some money somewhere. Oh, and then all these changes that she wanted. The end goes, by the way, we won't be able to pay the rent on time this month. So I'm like,
Ah, of course. I'd
well, that's
fire
typically how it
her
goes.
back with all the requests that you have that she takes care of.
Yeah.
Say, hey, we were over there. We noticed we're gonna take care of these, but over the course of the next 30 days, we're gonna need these taken care of as well.
And
We'll be back
for
on the
future
1st.
reference, whenever we do any inspections, please have all toys put up.
Yeah. Dog toys, kid toys, your toys, not all toys.
Hey,
Yeah,
all
all
toys included.
Yeah.
all toys, please be put up.
I don't think any of us can top that story tonight.
Oh,
Dude, but I
yeah.
wish I would have had some wits about
what
me
happened
because I
to us
would have made a
today?
joke. I'd be like, "Oh, is this for the dog?" or something like that.
You were caught
He
by
was just-
surprise.
Yeah.
I just was like, "There's no way that's out. There's no way that is sitting on top of her nightstand. There's
Oh,
no
I'm
way."
sure.
And who's the first person he sees after he sees that?
Yeah, I go over to Q. And at first I get back in the
Get
Yukon. I call
this.
Kai and I'm like,
You're never gonna.
"You're never gonna believe this."
Say, okay, Dakota.
Yeah, well, she hears that once a week because I go into these houses and
Yeah.
I say, come out with another story of, yeah, you're never gonna believe this now.
Yeah.
Last week it was the
Got even
shitter.
better.
I should be posting TikToks and all the crazy stuff I see. I mean, like it would appall people. Like they'd be like, they did what? They had what going on? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was talking about this. We were talking with Kai's parents about it, and they're like with the property management stuff, and they're just like, "You guys are brave souls." And I was like, "I know, but I kind of like chaos every once in a while. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It makes for good stories."
It's controlled chaos. It's all in your wheelhouse on how, or your arena on how you what you want to accommodate and what you won't tolerate, essentially. And if you get to the point where, I know you're managing stuff for some other people and things like that, but there's a line that has to be drawn on being a landlord, or you'll become taken advantage of.
It's a very fine line because
Yeah.
you have to flirt with this. I want to keep a very good relationship, but I don't want to be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
and also we're
This is a
trying to
business,
we're also trying to keep the best care and relationship with these tenants so they keep good care of the units that they're in.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Yeah.
a balancing act of we also want to bend over backwards for you, but also it's we
It's
have
gotta
to be
a working
respected.
relationship.
Yeah, that has to be respected too.
I'm gonna eliminate a couple of mine. I'm
That-
just done
really?
with the headache of it. Yeah.
Well,
am.
I say this all the time with the rental stuff is we have to take care of the broken arms before we take care of the bloody noses.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes that hurts some feelings with some tenants, but it's like, whenever we have these very, very pressing issues like the AC's out and it's 93 degrees,
Yeah.
we have to go tend to that one before we have
A light switch.
a light switch or
My
we
washer
can't
won't work.
we can't open our window. This window won't. And it's like it's 95. Why are we opening the window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to play this.
There's some guys who
line.
really have it down to a T, man.
There are.
Yeah.
There's a
I'm
lot of
not-
We're
stuff.
trying,
I'm
man.
not
We're
one
getting
of
we're getting
them.
way more organized.
Yeah.
Sharper every day.
Yeah.
That's
Even
what it
in the
takes.
construction side, Dakota saw it today with me.
Yeah.
Like,
We're getting there.
my number one job is problem solving.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. Dude, I don't.
Thinking
know
for
how to do a
yourself,
lot of
problem
stuff.
solving, troubleshooting it, figure it out, and don't call first. Try to work through it first.
Yeah.
But,
That's what I was
it's
telling him
mentality.
today is if we were to get this done at 80% and we don't have to bother my dad about it, he's going to be happy that it got done and it's an 80% job instead of him having to come and do 100%.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
So he's going to go like this. This is what I would have done different, but he didn't have to do it. So and also if we get it done with 80, we got to go, all right, this 20 that we messed up on, how do we do it different? We learned from it.
We
Okay, on the
learned,
next
yeah.
one, we're good. We're going to take that 20 that we messed up and we're going to apply it to the next one and then
Yeah.
maybe we operate at 90 next time.
Yeah.
And we're going to have our mess ups, but and I think that at least just taking the 80 on and he don't got to even mess with it. We're good.
I agree.
We're good.
No, I agree. It's good mentality. Like, so if you have like a good, great, easy week, and like the morale's high,
What the hell's that?
Well,
yeah.
Good easy week.
I said
Yeah.
if you do, right? Like if everything comes, everybody's kind of on. It's not easy, but it's easier, is what I'm saying. Like
Fluid.
no major. Like okay, my Monday, for instance, 2 sliding doors got blown out at an HOA. Not happy to hear that. And one I hear directly from the source. The other comes through an email. Don't see it till like 3 hours apart. I'm like, how in the hell do you not know that you did this? Like, no. What happened was you did it once, and then you ended up doing it again, and you acted like you didn't do it the second time,
Mhm.
right? Like because you're like, fuck, I fucked up already once, and then
Which
I'll
we
be
would
damned
rather
if I didn't do it
know
again.
So we can be
Yeah,
ahead
and
of
I'm
it.
like, how do we go by finish mowing, weed eating, and blowing off this patio and not know we blew this door out? Like that's
Yeah.
pathetic. Time is of the essence for stuff like this. We have to get it secured, and now it's 8:30, and the job site's 40 minutes away. You know what I mean? Those are the days that make you want to go insane. And so
Mhm.
I'm saying weeks that those issues don't occur or happen, right? And everybody shows up relatively on time, whatever. Like I always equate it to like a grade. Are we operating at an A, a B, a C?
Mhm.
Like this,
Where we at?
a B minus, B plus, whatever, And so let's just say you have an A plus week or an A week or whatever, And they're like, all right, that was cool, But then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, we're on Easy Street. And then next thing you know, that just starts going back down to a B. I'm like, why do we do that to ourselves?
yeah.
Why are we doing that
Why
to
do we
ourselves?
want to try and make up ground?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Tell you this.
So when
And
you're
you-
operating at a high level, the only way to go is back down.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, let's not do that.
Dude, and when it rains, it storms. Because that's my life. If one thing goes wrong, the rest of my week is just fumble. Oh,
We climbed
just
out
got
of it.
back from Home Depot. Oh, here's another problem. Got to go back to Home Depot because this just messed up now. Got to replace that. I mean,
You have
it's
to, you
just
have to
it
figure
goes
out
on.
of it.
And
You
it's
have to
how
stop
you
the
handle
bleeding,
it.
though.
It's
You have
how
to
you
stop the
handle it,
bleeding.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah. It is. I agree, but sometimes, like Monday for me, just given like the realm of everything that's been going on Monday, I was like, why do I do this to myself?
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you
Why
do? What
do I
What do you
do this
do
to
most
myself?
of besides the real estate? Like when it comes to the lawn stuff or whatnot like that. So you still oversee the lawn stuff, right?
Yeah, so like my day to day is we're at the shop anywhere between
You meet at the shop with the guys.
yeah
In the mornings, every morning?
Yeah.
Really?
You drive the
Good
truck
for
there?
you.
My truck, yeah.
Oh yeah. They gotta know
Every
who
morning.
Boss Man is rolling up.
No,
in that
dude,
high
we got
country.
so many things going on, and like I just have these things where I'm like, I have to get this out of my head. I hate seeing it; it's pissing me off. I try to do it, and like you said, we did 80%. Realized that I need another 20. Like I try to figure things out on my own when it comes to my own jobs, right?
Mhm.
Which this is a beautiful story, and at the end, the result is we took on a challenge that we knew 80% of. I don't really have anybody else to ask for the other 20. The people I thought I did, I left out 10 because they didn't know, right? So
Right.
we're out there, we're doing it, we get done, and I'm like, give it a little time. I'm like, yeah, we didn't hit this right. I'm like, why don't you take the laser out there and tell me how far we're off? About 30 feet in is where we started our fall. It's supposed to be level. Let's see what that distance is, the other 70 foot. And I'm thinking it's 3 to 4 inches. My guy, I'm not there. I'm just telling him. I lined him out as a Friday. I was other places because I have to. Like today, I did an entire 14-hour day of catching up business stuff.
Mhm.
Internal
Invoicing, all that
admin
stuff.
stuff. Yeah. And some of the stuff I have to do is asinine. Child support. These, you know what I mean? They're like, and you get these pages, whatever. Just
Right.
keep whatever you want to call that, admin. So anyway, I'm told it's 3 or 4 inches off, and I'm like, yeah, that's clearly too much. It's supposed to, 3 or 4 inches of fall. So I'm like, all right, let's fix it. I have this whole week lined out. I'm like, this is how it'll line up. We'll fix it on, Thursday afternoon. And, when the heat comes in, everything's amplified. I'm just sticking around. This is going 2 weeks ago. We get out there, we start doing it. I have 3 guys on the clock, plus myself working to fix a mistake that, we're teaching ourselves on. And as it's all unfolding, once I was already told it's 3 to 4 inches off, I'm now running the laser, and it's actually 3 to 4 feet off.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's
and I'm like,
that's a hell of a drop on a retaining wall.
like how this is a drainage system. So
Well, even
which
then,
yeah,
so
and this
still,
is
that's
all
still a fucking
underground,
drop.
all this stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, it's 100 foot of
Yeah.
drainage under the earth, and so it's coming off of a tank that drains into a leach field, a filtration system, And this is again for ourselves. So this is how I'm figuring this type of stuff out. I know how to run an excavator, do all that good stuff, right? So anyway, I'm like trying to adapt in the moment as we're doing it, and then part of me was like, let's just prove a point here. Like, this is 3 to 4 feet off. You're telling me that it's not. Me, foreman, are discussing, like, I'm like, I don't know how, like, not trying to be rude, but I have no idea how it could go from 3 to 4 inches off to this. So it's like, that thing can't be right, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, it's right. Like, I hate it for you, like, that you're
laser.
wrong on this,
Yeah.
but this, and, showing it back and forth. Love the guy, hard worker, good, great, grand, whatever, but goes back to the point of we're 3 to 4 foot off in the middle of it, and I'm like, here you go. Just to bring it on home. We're going to see what this looks like, build this whole pad up, everything, and, the end of it's like 4 foot above elevation. Built the whole dirt mound, gravel, everything, but left a big berm out there. I don't know if you drove by the shop.
Yeah.
You could have seen
Yeah.
it. And I'm like, this is not gonna work. I already knew, but it was like the point of, I'm like, I can't adjust to something if I'm told it incorrectly, because
Yeah.
we wouldn't have done it that day had we known that the laser, when you were running the laser, it was 3 or 4 foot off, not 3 or 4 inches. So this is how I adjusted to it immediately, and that broke it down to like getting on his level of understanding. He's like, yeah, you're right. This we got to redo
Like,
it.
if
We
I
got
would have
to
known
fix
this,
it.
we would have
start-
equated
yeah.
this
Yeah,
to
we
get
would have
this
never
done,
done
like,
that this
yeah.
day. We would have done the right way
Right.
the second time, not now. We did it the third
I'd rather
time.
do it once the right
Yeah.
time instead of twice the wrong
The
time.
first time we play well, and then 2 instances within the last 6 weeks, same things happen. I'm not an electrician. I'm not a plumber, but my instincts was, hey, this is what's wrong right here, and nobody wanted to zone in on that. 3 different, an electrician, a handyman, and my foreman. Nobody grasped onto that. That's what was wrong. But me and my handyman, the the last, like when you talked about set of eyes, right? He was my last set of eyes. I'm like, Larry, this has to be what it is. And he's testing, doing all this stuff. He pulled it out, and he's like, yep, it is. It was the very last thing he did that he was there. Could have avoided maybe an hour, but that was the least of the other 5, 6, 10 hours, man hours that we were wasting on it prior, when I said from the beginning that's what the issue was. So that was one instance 6 weeks ago. Then the one over here where when we were doing it the very first time, I was like, hey, this thing's getting out of whack. Let's get the laser out. And he never went and got it. And he's like, well, you're the boss. I said, well, I said, let's get it out. And you didn't want to, and you wanted to keep using the level.
Yeah.
So we're going to just do it 3 times.
Yeah. And it's going to cost me.
And guess what? We're going to use the laser the last time.
Yeah.
And you're going to, okay, yeah, we got it, you know. And so anyway, all that coming full circle through that process, on Monday, bailing out a plumber buddy of mine that bails me out, you know, scratch each other's back. He's going to Hawaii up for 10 days. One of his high priority clients has an issue, backup deal that this same system needed to be put in.
Does his name start with an M?
No, Dale is his name. So Dale's like, calls me like late last week, like late Thursday or early Friday. He's like, hey, will you come do a dig for me? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, can you put in that filtration system? I'm like, yeah. So I went out there Monday. It was a big job. It was the exact same job that I ended up doing Tuesday over there, but I got paid for doing it Monday, and I knew how to do it. And I taught myself how to do it by doing it 2 times, knowing what I was going to do the third. And so I said, hey, we're in the mode. We know what we're doing. We're going to do it. And we did it at the shop, and it's all corrected. But those are the things that just never stop in my head. I show up to the shop. I'm like, this place looks like a GD joke, dude. Yeah. Like, this is torn up over here. Their gravel pile there, trailer here, car there. No real flow to it, you know. So we redid the whole shop yesterday. Everything was dialed in, and that's how I stopped the bleeding on Monday. You know, I was like, how am I gonna pull myself out of wanting to basically not do this anymore, because that's not realistic, and get it to where everybody can feel better about it. And today, Wednesday morning, I had 9 guys out in the field, and it was nice. I'm showing up this week after everybody. I'm like, forget it. I want to see what it looks like when I pull up, and everybody was going everywhere. Yeah. So Monday you wanted to quit. Wednesday you show up, and you're like, this looks good. Yeah. Because you pushed through the hard time.
Right.
Yeah.
Who knows what tomorrow will bring.
Yeah.
You know?
No, we were working at a house today. Well, Q was mainly working. I was trying to help him any way that I could, and we're running into like problems.
I needed him for like, one little deal,
dude, and we just
and
kept
he
running
ended up
into
staying
stuff.
for longer than I wanted him to be, because I knew he's on a time crunch with everything he's got going and whatnot.
But it was like, dude, we just kept running. We were like, well, we can't do that because that turns into that, and then it's like, all right, well, how do we negate that? And it was like, but you just have to. The thing was, is Q's like, well, we have to get this done tomorrow because we have plumbers coming, and I have to get this, and I have to have this sink cut in.
Time crunch.
That's what we got to do.
You miss out on stuff sometimes
we
because of it.
We got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
I was at Home Depot. I went to Home Depot on my way home from the place for the 3rd time today at 7:30 at night because I had to get a new sink because the old one was the one that was originally bought was too big.
It's not fun, man.
You know,
it's not
you
fun
got to do
messing up.
it. Doesn't. Did I want to stop at Home Depot before I came over tonight? Absolutely not. But
no.
You got to go out of your way to
do
get
it now
done.
or do it later.
Correct.
Well, and that's the thing is he was gonna have to do it in the morning.
Right.
You know. So
pick your poison.
Now we're ready to rock.
You gotta do it either way.
And instead of making that tomorrow's problem, I made it today's problem.
And now it's actually out of the way.
Yeah.
Today's problem.
I gotta do
today's problem isn't lingering technically into tomorrow because you already have tomorrow's plan.
Well, that and it's like tomorrow we got a big day. Dakota, he works like 3 or 4 jobs at once. Yeah. So he schedules out his weeks on what is priority, what not. So the last couple of days he's been working on the media stuff, on Marathon and whatnot, like that. Today was a Timberline. Tomorrow's a Timberline. So I know I only got him for today and window. Tomorrow.
Yeah. But my thing is, like, whenever I show up, we have to get whenever I show up, whenever I get out we have to move. Because we can't because anytime that I take away from this, it's gonna be time that we're working on this. So
Yeah.
whenever we do show up and we've got the guys, the cleaning guy or his brothers to help, if we got the help, we have to make, and that's what we did. We had a Sunday where all of us showed up and we knocked it out. But it's hustling. Boom,
Man,
boom,
sometimes
boom.
those Sundays, can really propel you.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you do it occasionally at the right time, and
I have a feeling I'm gonna do another Sunday fun day this weekend.
I got good guys around for sure, and I mean everybody feeds off of each other, so like the leadership role is not designed just for one person.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. That
It
and
gets passed around a little bit.
as now being brought up into new position, I can announce it. Project manager for Timberline Properties.
Congratulations.
Yeah. When I know I got another set of hands or two more, like I'm gonna have, including Dakota, so 3.
Yeah, you got a game
technically,
plan.
I know stayed later today than I have all week
Good.
because I wanted to make sure the things that are set for what the hands I'm gonna have tomorrow are gonna accomplish.
Right away.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
That's what a project
If
manager
stuff
is.
needs to be painted or
Yeah.
mudded or anything like that, that's gonna get done so it's dried and ready to go for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, gotta go that extra mile.
What do they
that's
say,
that's what it is. You gotta go the extra mile.
Failure to plan is planning to fail.
Correct.
It is. Yeah.
So,
And I'm
It's
pretty
nice.
good at like just be like I know what I need to do and then put it all together right like at the moment, Like I have part of the plan.
Mhm.
My stuff's a little bit different, what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I know what it looks like, but then I put that final detail on it in the morning with them.
right.
Yeah. Well, and our stuff is crazy too. Is it's like, and then all of a sudden we have you have to get away from the kindling and go deal with the fire.
Right.
Right.
Like that happens all the freaking time.
It's rough out here for a G.
It is.
It is.
It is. It is.
But
Especially like
what
I
do you
wouldn't
do?
trade it though. Come
I
on.
wouldn't trade it
I
for
would not
anything.
trade it for nothing.
Yeah.
Every day's a Friday for me.
I'd trade it for the woods.
Every day's a Friday.
Yeah. No day is any different for
No.
me.
Yeah.
No. Every day is another day to do what you got to do.
Gotta do
Right.
what you gotta do.
Keep rocking and rolling, baby.
You gotta get up and keep on moving.
Speaking of keep on moving, we keep on moving with this podcast. You guys are listening to episode 16 of the
16.
podcast. That's right, episode 16. We conquered the 15 episodes. Now, what's the new milestone? 25?
Probably.
25 is the next milestone. And ladies and gentlemen, you better bet your ass that we're shooting for it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank Mr. Ryan Greco for coming and showing up for this
My
last
pleasure.
second podcast.
Thanks, all Greg.
My
We
pleasure.
definitely needed somebody to hop on and keep us on track and keep us on a weekly basis. But we appreciate the very few of you that are watching this podcast. And
Thank you.
the little bit of support that we have from the podcast, we do appreciate it. And we're going to keep on doing this. Whether you like it or not, we're going to keep on doing this. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the Juice Podcast. Please, if you're sucking in oxygen, hit that subscribe button, please.
Leave
if
a
you are
like.
sucking in that sweet oxygen, like
I
all
love
of
it.
us that are walking around this beautiful planet, please hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, or even throw that thumbs up. We appreciate that too.
Little love.
Little love. Ladies and gentlemen, until next week. Yes, we will be back next week.
Party
This is
on,
the
Wayne.
This is the Juice Podcast and Party on, Wayne. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out.
We outie.
My bitch a choose it, lover, never fuck without a rubber, never